Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise in support of the motion to thank President Tharman for his address at the opening of the first session of this 15th Parliament. President Tharman's call for unity, inclusivity and resilience deeply resonates with me because these are not abstract ideals, but real challenges we see on the ground. His address is a timely reminder that while policies set a direction, it is a collective effort of government, businesses, unions, and our communities that will determine whether every Singaporean feels supported and included in this journey. I am committed to do my part in Parliament and in my Nanyang division to help translate this vision into reality for our people. Mr. Speaker, sir, I have stood in this House on at least 6 occasions since 2021 to sound the alarm and plead for stronger action against the notorious rise of vaping. At the time, the burden of enforcement fell almost entirely on the shoulders of the Health Sciences Authority. And it is an agency I believe was not sufficiently resourced to combat this growing crisis. My belief was strengthened when I saw the dangerous infiltrations of illicit products like K-pots into our schools and communities, and the possible involvement of criminal syndicates in trafficking vapes and K-pots. So it was a profound sense of relief that I, along with many concerned Singaporeans, listened to presidents saying that we must guard dangers at home, including vapes. Similarly, Prime Minister Mr. Lawrence Wong had earlier voiced his concern about vaping, especially those laced with harmful substances during the National Day rally. He affirmed the urgent need for stronger enforcement and harsher penalties. And true to his word, swift and decisive action followed, powerfully backed by our dedicated Home Team officer working closely with MOH and HSA officers. What we are seeing now is the strength of a whole of government's response. A united front involving MOH, MOE, MOM, MHA, and MINDEF is working to detect smuggling and to protect our young people in schools, institutes of higher learnings, and army camps. While I deeply wish this decisive move had come sooner to curb vaping nasty spread, I am nonetheless grateful. For in matters of public health and safety, it's always better late than never. This very success, which demonstrates what we can achieve when agencies work in concert, brings me to my next point, the critical importance of seamless coordination within our government to truly serve our people. We have come to a long way since the famous fishball stick issue was first raised by then backbencher Ms. Wei Neng and mentioned by then Prime Minister Mr. Lee Hsien Loong during his National Day rally in 2014. Today, Ms. Loh is a senior Minister of State, and the interagency coordination has undoubtedly improved. Yet, some stubborn challenges remain. Let me share an example of the challenges we face in the fight against pest birds, whether they are pigeons, minnows, or crows. Recently, Nanyang has seen more of such birds, and I believe many other parts of Singapore face the same issue. When I notice people feeding birds, which technically counts as littering, I refer the matter to NEA. But NEA explained that they only handle high-rise littering, such as when food is thrown from windows to feed the birds. On the issue of bird control, they told me it's not under their purview and referred me to NParks. When I approached NParks, I was told that they mainly manage pigeons. For crows, they will request the town council to remove nests from trees. As for birds scavenging for food waste, the responsibility depends on location. When the birds eat on the food waste in hawker centres, NEA steps in. If it happens at coffee shops, HDB take charge. If it happens at food courts in industrial estate, then JTC is responsible, and the list goes on. So here is my question. If NPark is the main agency responsible for pest bird management, and this is clearly an island-wide issue, would it not make sense for NParks to set up a task force with NEA, Town Council, HDB, JTC, and other relevant partners so that efforts can be coordinated instead of fragmented? Surely we should not escalate the fight against bird nuisance, to our Defence Minister, who is also the Coordinating Minister for Public Services, to lead the war against bird nuisance. Someone suggested we consult ChatGPT. But of course, ChatGPT or generative AI cannot chase away the birds for us. But it remains an important tool to help us tackle everyday challenges. During my recent trip to China, I once again saw firsthand how technology is transforming daily life. From sophisticated self-driving function in mass-market electric cars to simple voice command that I can open curtains or switch off lights in a modest 3-star hotel. Technology has touched everyone's life. What I witnessed showed us the true potential of AI. It can amplify human creativity, solve problems once thought impossible, and unlock entirely new levels of productivity. More than that, AI adoptions create new kinds of jobs, just like the rise of social media created opportunity for content creator and influencer. Yet, we must acknowledge the very real concern that AI may displace jobs. As tasks become streamlined, some roles will inevitably be lost. And this is where our greatest challenge and our deepest responsibility lies. We must embrace technology, but also ensure no one is left behind. We must not see displaced workers as collateral damage. They are our partners in this transition. Beyond the measure already introduced by the government and our unions, I believe we can and must do more to support workers who may be displaced by the generative AI adoption. First, we need to strengthen lifelong learning, not just as a policy, but as a culture. Workers must feel empowered, not fearful, when faced with new technology. Instead of asking, will AI take my job? We should encourage them to ask, how can I use AI to do my job better? Second, let's look into community-based learning hubs. Just as we have libraries and community centers in every town, why not also create AI learning space where residents, regardless of age or background, can get hands-on exposure to digital tools guided by trainers and volunteers. This makes reskilling accessible at the heart of every neighborhood. Third, we must build stronger partnership with industry. Companies that adopt AI should not just think about profits and productivity. They should also take responsibility to retain their workers so that technology uplifts people rather than leave them behind. Thirdly, we should encourage and celebrate second careers. A displaced worker does not mean a discarded worker. With the right training, a driver today could become a remote controller of autonomous vehicles tomorrow. A cashier could become a digital customer service specialist. A technician could become an AI maintenance trainer. Each career transition is not an end, but a new beginning. Mr. Speaker, sir, whether it's a fight against vaping, the nuisance of pest birds, or the disruption of AI, one lesson is clear. No challenge can be solved alone. Our strength lies in people working together, the government, the union, the businesses, and communities. With unity and courage, we can turn every challenge into opportunity, protect every worker, and ensure every Singaporean has a place in the future. Thank you.